welcome to another video. I'm down the River Thames after work on a sort of short evening session, and I got here, I don't know, probably an hour before it got dark, and put a bit of bait out, some hemp, and just a handful of the dumbbell boilies that I'm using as bait, and I rested the swim for about an hour and a half, didn't put any lines in at all, and I've put the two rods out on two different spots, one upstream, one downstream, and fingers crossed we're going to get some action from either chub or barbel. I know that a few barbel have come out in the week. I had that nice low double figure barbel on Saturday. It's now Thursday, so the swim has been fished. I know it's been fished by other anglers, so a bit of bait's been going in, so that's good, but the swim's been fished, so that's potentially bad, so we'll see how it goes. But fingers crossed. I think the weather's pretty good. We've got relatively low pressure, and it's not too hot, it's not too cold, so I think, you know, we've got a good chance. So yeah, fingers crossed. Let's see how it goes, shall we? I've got a cheeky little 4-pounder. So not a beast, but a good start to the evening. So I'm going to put this straight back and get that bait back out, and hopefully we'll get a few more bites this evening. Good start though. 4-pound chub. Well, looky here. We got a barbel in the net. Happy days. It must be about 10:30 now, so I've been fishing for, I don't know, 2.5 hours. I've had a few small chub. But we've got the barbel we're after, which is great. It's not a beast, it's not a double, but I'm gonna weigh it and rest it and get it back in the water as quickly as possible. Don't want to mess around too much with these fish, especially when the river's low. But yeah, let's quickly weigh it, like I say, and get it back. But kind of mission accomplished. I'd like to get another one. I've got a few more hours yet, so let's see, shall we? But lovely job, awesome. So that barbel was, yeah, just over 7.5, but it was on what I call my backup bait, which is a bit of spicy pepperami, size 10 hook, fluorocarbon with a couple of sinkers on it, tungsten sinkers, and then I'm wrapping some method mix around the lead, and then I'm also fishing a back lead, a flying back lead a little bit further up the line, so about 1.5 meters of the line is pinned down, so there's nothing that's going to spook the fish is the idea. And I just a sort of gentle underarm swing, feather it, try to reduce the size of the plop as it enters the water as much as you can. And that was in the water for probably, I don't know, 45-50 minutes. So, you know, bites aren't coming quickly, but I am making sure I'm recasting every hour or so, because there's crayfish in this stretch of the river, and you just, you know, you need to check that you've got bait. There's been plenty of times where I've been fishing, left the bait in for a couple of hours only to reel in there's nothing there, and you know, I'm left questioning how long it's been there without any bait on. So anyway, that's the rig. Let's get it back in the water and see if we can get another one. Well, another after work session, trying a different stretch of the Thames, in Oxfordshire again, and after the barbel again. And it's not quite a full moon, but it's getting there. So I'm quite hopeful this evening that we'll get one or two. It's a spot I haven't fished for a while, so you know, they might not be around in the area, but we'll see. So fingers crossed anyway. A bit of twig off. Only a little one. Nice to have another barbel. Not going to weigh this one, I'm just going to put it straight back, but fishing a a completely different spot, and it's nice to have one. So got a few hours left, so I can put the baits back out, the Nimrod dumbbell again, and hopefully we'll get a bigger one. Lovely job. Well, another day, another session after work, and it's a little barbel. I haven't weighed this one, but it's probably only about, I don't know, 5.5, 6 pounds, something like that. Oop. There he is. Yeah, I reckon he's probably, yeah, 5.5 probably, maybe a little bit more, but that was on a boilie, dumbbell boilie. But I kind of got down about 4 o'clock and put a couple of dead baits out in a few swims and had a 10-pound pike. Just sort of messing around really whilst I'm sort of having a look at the stretch that I'm fishing for Saturday, because I'm coming down on Saturday with a mate who hasn't fished here before. And I had the pike rods in my car and the barbel rods in my car, so I've got the pike fishing out the way, and I've chucked a couple of rods out for the barbel, and voila, got a little one. So let's put it back anyway. And I've got a few more hours, so you know the weather's feeling pretty good, so fingers crossed I might get another one. So I was just looking at photos of that barbel thinking, you know, it's probably not 5.5, it's probably more like 5, and the rod went off again. Oh, I got this 4-pound chub, scrape of 4 pound, I reckon. I've not weighed it, but again I think it's probably 4 pound, high 3, low 4, something like that. But that was on the same rod as the barbel I just had maybe 10 minutes before. Hello, so another night down on the Thames, different spot. One of those evenings where the weather just felt completely right. And look at that, 13-pound 1 ounce barbel, lovely job. On the same dumbbell boilies that I've been using all season. Good old scrap, but quite a lot of rain today, first proper rain for quite some time, and just had to get down here because you know, there's a bit of pace on the river finally after months really, and it's paid off after only a few hours. Like I say, 13-pound 1. So anyway, let's rest it in the net and then put it back and get those baits back out. Happy days though, eh? Lovely. Well, about 10 minutes after that 13-pounder, and I've had a little one on the other rod, the downstream rod. I thought I'd just cast a little bit further downstream because of the disturbance that last fish made, and yeah, got one really quickly. So I'm not going to weigh this one, you can see it's only a few pounds, but we'll get it back, rest it, put it back in the water, get that rod back out, and hopefully one of the big ones will come visit again. Excellent though, 2 fish in the space of 10 minutes. Well, doesn't really count given that I'm after barbel, but look at that lovely fish. What a cracking roach. Took a 14mm dumbbell. To be honest, I've had a few bream now, and I just thought it was another bream, but what a surprise. Lovely. I mean, it doesn't count obviously, but what a cracking fish. It's about 1.5 pounds. I think I will weigh it though, but I think it's about 1.5 pounds, something like that. Awesome though, eh? Anyway, back in the water, get that rod out. Let's see if we can get another barbel. So I'm after the barbel again, another after work session, and it's raining, and I'm hoping that the rain's going to freshen up the river a little bit, because it's been pretty sort of slow moving over the last few days, but the weather's looking good for it this evening, so that's why I'm out. And as you can see, I'm going to be using my backup bait, my spicy pepperami. I've got a little PVA bag that I put on the hook Has some spicy sausage pellets and a few chopped up bits of the pepperami in there as well. And same rig that I've been using all season really. Fluoro with a couple of sinkers, a short hook link but only about a foot long, less than a foot long probably. Lead clip with a fixed lead, and putting some paste or some ground bait around the lead. So anyway, let's get this out into the river. The other rod's already out and fishing on the usual dumbbell boilies that I use, and hopefully with the weather like it is we might get a bite or two. Fingers crossed. Well, just about to give up all hope of fish other than bream, which have been plaguing me this evening. We've had torrential rain all evening, and finally we've got a break in the rain. Looks like it's done for the evening actually. And I had a very subtle bite, none of this 3-foot twitch malarkey. Oh, it's got a bit of beans because he's been in the net for a while. But got a barbel. Like I say, really tentative little bite. Oh, get a grip of it properly. There you go though. 11 pounds. What a cracking fish. Another great scrap in the dark. But yeah, like I say, I really didn't think I was going to get anything. I've been fishing for, I don't know, what's the time now? It must be about 11 o'clock in the evening. I've been down here since probably about 5 o'clock fishing. And finally got one though. Got one awesome fish, eh? 11 pounder, not like that 13 I had the other day, which was just super long. This one's a proper chunky fish. But anyway, let's rest it up. I don't think it's going to need too much time because it is full of beans. But let's rest it up and get it back in that water. It may have just convinced me to stay for a little bit longer because I've packed everything away. I've taken the brolly down, put everything in my rucksack. I was good to go. It's just the rod's landing net and the mat out, and I got the bite. But it goes to show you that not every barbel bite is a 3-foot twitch. They don't yank the rod away every time. This was a subtle bite. I've been pestered with bream, like I say. I've had a few problems with the crayfish too, but I thought I'd hit it this time, and there you go. Anyway, let's put it back. Lovely.